truth over falsehood. So true to your name here, I have built this network and these channels for me, first and foremost, and then others to give their opinions. So I'm certainly opinionated when I have sufficient information. I don't know enough about this situation, and I should take the time to delve into it like I should about 38 other topics to be as schooled as I need to be. I've heard from Cam here, and I caught just a thread of information that was from a Wisconsin source. So again, I got to take that with a grain of salt that insinuated that it was a justified lawsuit. So I cannot comment, but I hope to be able to do so with sufficient information and from a place of knowledge at some point.
I mean, I appreciate, the honesty and candor. For me, again, I am not a lawyer. So this is not my legal view because I don't have one. This is my logical view. If you're pointing one finger out, you have multiple fingers pointing back at you. And Wisconsin, what they're doing is saying whatever contract that we dream up supersedes NCAA bylaw, right? So I'm not, now that is black and white. You can look it up. I saw Darren Heitner tweet about it. NCAA bylaw 13.1.1.3.1. And I remember because I looked it up yesterday and I said it somewhere else. Schools are required within 2 business days to put a player's name in the portal if they so request by NCAA bylaw. This is not me saying that I think that they should. The NCAA operating bylaws say that. And at every point in the filing that I read, and there are multiple people who are lawyers that I know, including a couple who write part-time on the side at stateofview.com. So it's a great website. You should come over and fan with us and read what they, in their studied opinions, their legal, with law degrees, Esquire, with their knowledge, giving their viewpoint and feedback. There's multiple of them. Rob Weaver wrote an opinion piece, and then Craig T. Smith on Monday Musings, both. So go and look at that. But saying, hey, at every point, Wisconsin said the player requested this. We refused to do so. That is openly admitting that you broke protocol by the letter of the NCAA bylaws. What are we talking about here? Right? So then a student, because student athletes are students, withdrew from one institution and matriculated in another institution. What are we talking about? So now the claim is termed tortious interference. So Miami, it is alleged that Miami intentionally interfered with the contract, i.e. they sought out Xavier Lucas. They communicated with him, tampered with him to get him to break that contract or whatever to then come to the University of Miami. The other detail that I found interesting is saying that the contract would pay Xavier Lucas before July the 1st through the House settlement. That doesn't go into effect until July the 1st. So you're admitting illegal actions again by saying that, you know what I mean? It just doesn't really curl over to me. Something that Rob Weaver said that was really interesting, and he highlighted, and underlined different passages from the filing, because again, as a barred lawyer, he has a legal view that I don't, so it is in the filing, student athlete A, for anonymity, we know that's Xavier Lucas, and his mom. And there's so many times it says player and his mom, his mom, his mom, his mom. So they're going to go after the mom. You know what I mean? As a named person. And I know that they're going after the collective and they're going after the University of Miami and staff members and everything like that. Or not Miami. They're not directing the focus of this at Miami, but all of the underlying details are saying Miami did this, Miami did that, Miami did this, Miami did that, but they're not a named defendant in it's all craziness to me. So logically, I don't see how this passes muster. Legally, again, I advise you to go look at stateoftheu.com. And again, this is not the legal advice of these gentlemen, but they have, law degrees, so they have a different learned viewpoint that I don't on this and others. So we will see how this all shakes out. Of course, Wisconsin filed it in Wisconsin State Court. I believe Rob Weaver was talking about the potential or potential for this being elevated to federal court. I think he said that's probably unlikely due to a number of factors. Again, I do urge you to go read it all for yourself because he said it very succinctly and very clearly. So yeah, we will see. But in general, it seems to me that they are definitely throwing large stones inside of a glass house, and they don't really want this to go forward. Just having been a person around and seen a lot of things in my life, I would expect this to settle, because I don't think that really either side wants open depositions and things to get into the light. I don't really think that they want that at all. So we'll see.
All right. If the lawsuit is legit, sue the player, not Miami.
Yeah, but they're claiming that Miami was the agent of nefarious action, right? So it's not just that the player wanted to leave. It's that he was tampered with, coerced as such into doing so. And I mean, kind of. Those probably aren't the exact right legal words. I am not a lawyer. I don't have a law degree. But you know what I mean. Miami was the actor who said, hey, you're comfortable over there, but I would like to talk to you over here about this. And that incited the action of the player to want to leave and da 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 da. That's what I logically understand to be alleged. So you would have to go towards both the player for the contract issue and the institution that tampered with Kim to precipitate that thing. So it would have to be